Well, hello and welcome back to another video. I hope life goes well for you all, and I think I better get on with this video because it's looking very, very black all around, and I believe that black at the back of me, if you can see any of it, perhaps you can't, is coming this way, and the wind is picking up, and I think we're probably going to have some rain. And I wanted to start this video if I don't get it finished completely. But I was just going to have a look very simply. There's been a trend in recent years, you know, to have your garden lit up at night or have some lights in your garden. Now you can spend as much money on this as you really wish. And I mean, if you're going to have the job done properly, you know, and have proper mains cable laid and proper, as in the UK here, 240 volt electrics outside, that has to really be done by a proper qualified electrician, or even if you decide to do it yourself, you have to have it tested thoroughly and get a test certificate by a qualified electrician, and it has to be done in the proper cable. The boxes have to be rated to an IP number and all the rest of it, and it has to have an RCD where it comes out the house and all the rest of it. I don't really understand the modern ins and outs and that. I was in the building trade, and we did used to run cables to garages and sheds on new properties that we built when I many years ago. I'm going back 25-30 years ago when I worked in the building trade, and I have lost the advancements in electrics in places have so moved on, and so that can be very expensive if you want, you know, that kind of electrics in your garden. But what I'm going to talk about is very easy and relatively cheap, and needs no expertise whatsoever, and it brings a certain colourful addition to any garden, I think, and you don't have to have them on all the time if you don't want to. But that is these, like the chains, what I've got of 200 bright white LED solar fairy lights. So there's no cost in running them. They come with their own solar charge panel. Which why I like these ones as well is you can plug these into a USB. You can unplug it, take it inside and plug it into a USB charger, which is quite handy because I sometimes put some of these lights. I've got a Christmas tree in a tub, so in the Christmas period I put these lights on the front on the Christmas tree, and obviously there's not enough sunlight or strong enough sunlight in December really to charge the two cells that are in there to power the lights in the, because you've got so many hours of darkness. I mean, let's be honest, in December it can be dark at 2:30 and it doesn't get light some days till 8:30 in the morning on really cloudy, dull days. So you're going to struggle with unless you have a lot of sunlight in December, which is unusual. So it's handy to be able to take that off and charge it on a USB. So they're quite handy, these are, and these are just a string. I mean, they're not exactly bright, but and this is a string of 200, and I'm going to put these on. These are replacing a set that broke. I mean, these vary in price, you know. As I say, I do everything on a budget. This is a very, you know, I think this costed under £20, and so not a vast sum of money, I know. And if you look after them and necessarily perhaps take them in the darkest of deepest winter days, obviously because the wind, the rain, it does, you know, eventually break them down. But normally I can get, you know, perhaps 2-3 years life out of one of these 200 chains of fairy lights. And as I say, once you bought them, you're not paying anything, you know, theoretically to charge it up. Basically the power of the sun this time of the year will still do it quite nicely. And I think they can be quite attractive if you've got a tree that you want to pick out in your garden, or a certain, you know, plant or a bush, and it just adds a bit of, you know, different interest. I think that's what gardening is all about. So without further ado, before it rains, I'm going to unravel these. I'm sure I'm going to get them in. You always seem to get them all knitted up, but I'm going to unravel these and put them where they're going, and then I'll probably show you them when they're on later on when it gets dusk. So before I disappear totally into the gloom, as always, thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in a video very shortly. Until then, good gardening and my best wishes, and bye for now.